What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Knuckles YouTube channel. Today is Road Tuesday, and we're going to cover the Mega Altaria deck. Now, I know we covered this back before. I think it goes back in like March, maybe, but that was a little bit different. Standard was at a different time, and now it has changed just a little bit. I think the list put like Aroma Teas and Max Potions, but we're still going to base around the Mega Altaria, which I think it actually has a lot of potential because since Garbodor is one of the most hyped decks, this deck kind of gets around it. Mega Altaria, 220 HP. It is resistant to Dark, so Dark does 20 less damage. And it has the attack Mispurge, does 100, and if this Pokemon has any special energy attached to it, this attack does 30 more damage and heal 30 from each of your Pokemon, which is fantastic. It basically counters like Fright Knight. Fright Knight does like, what, 60 and 60? Both resistance. It does 40-60 with Mispurge. You can heal 30 from each Pokemon, and you're good to go. M Altaria-EX needs to do 220. It essentially needs to do 240 to one-shot you, while you're two-shotting them over and over again, which is fantastic. And this is why I think Mega Altaria might have a chance in its standard format. And yeah, that's why we're going to cover it today. So Altaria-EX has power for gain 30. If this Pokemon was healed during this turn, this attack does 60 more damage, and it'll heal 30 damage from this Pokemon. So another, like, you heal and you can heal even more, which is fantastic. And Shining Wind for 80. During your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon has no weakness. Alright, so of course we play 2 Shaymin for Hoopa, 1 Hoopa for the setup, and a 2-2 Garbodor. Garbodor is going to help us out against the, Greninjas, Volcanions, anything with abilities. Garbodor does shut it down, which is fantastic, and that's how we're going to beat those decks as well. So, the deck does see 3 Fairy Drop, heal 50 damage from one of your Pokemon that has a Fairy Energy attached to it. So basically you heal 80 damage from one of your Pokemon thanks to Fairy Drop with the combination of Mispurge. And it's just a really good like a combo. And then you play like Olympia to heal another 30. So you can essentially heal like 110 per like one turn. But also Fairy Drop is an item card, so I might want a 4th one in here. Space is a problem. But healing, like, just healing that 50, like, if you do it twice, you're healing 100, plus the 30 from Mispurge, and then plus the 30 from Olympia, you could do 160, just heal 160 from Mega Altaria, and your opponent's going to look at you and give you a mean face. 2 Mega Turbo, just to help accelerate our Megas, 1 Super Rod, and of course, like always, a 4-4-4 of Trainers Mail Ultra Ball via Seeker. Now, 1 Lysandre, I would love to have a second one, but like I said earlier, space is a problem. 3 in, 1 Olympia combos well with the Fairy Drop and the Mispurge, just healing all this damage off is fantastic. 4 Sycamore, 2 Parallel City. I was thinking playing Trying Memory so that way you can like abuse power for gain to hit for 90 and heal 30 if needed, like if you don't have 3 energies. But I went with Parallel City. I think it's like obviously the better choice, just so you could like bump your stadium down to 3, or bump your Pokemon down to 3, or your opponent's down to 3. Maybe make Pokemon some Pokemon weaker, like the Grass, Fire, Water, if needed as well. Like against Greninja, you can make them do it where they only do 60 per turn, stuff like that, which is really cool. Or Altaria Spearlink, which I was debating cutting one. For Pokemon Stone Lady, but opted to keep the 4 just for consistency. Stone Lady is really cool because you heal 60, and then with the Mispurge, you heal 30 more, which is 90. Then your Fairy Drop, you heal 140. And it would just like be another healing card. I don't know. You could Olympia as well if you want to for a Pokemon Stone Lady if you want to, just to heal 60 instead of 30. But I like the switching option as well, like switch between attackers and stuff like that. Seems really cool. If they Lysandre stall, you can just Olympia out of it as well, which is pretty cool. You do play the 2 Float Stone for Garbodor, but if you run out of Float Stones, you're in trouble, so you do need a way to switch, which I think Olympia is fine, and that's why I'm keeping it here instead of the Pokemon Stone Lady. Or DC and 8 Fairy Energy. Now, 8 Fairy Energy might be too high, and this could be something you cut for a Pokemon Stone Lady. This deck is really interesting. I think it does have a lot of potential, like I said. It can take down probably Yveltal Garbodor fairly well. You have the resistance to dark, all that good stuff. It has 220 HP. It's hard to hit those numbers. You're healing constantly, so that, it even messes their math even more. Then you have Garbodor to shut down the other big decks like Greninja, Volcanion. And I think this deck might actually have potential coming up to Dallas. Is just question is, can somebody perfect it or not? But guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and let's see the deck in action. Alright, so pretty against ID playing an all grass deck. I guess Superior, maybe? That's the only thing I can really think of. So the card of the coin flip. We won the coin flip, so we'll be able to go first. Yes. And let's see what is going to happen. Ooh, Mega Venusaur. Alright, at least with Mega Venusaur, we do have Olympia, which can get us out of that. So put down Altaria. We'll put down Altaria. And that's going to be it right now. So put down Altaria. Press done. Yeah, it looks like Mega Venusaur. He does have the Venusaur sleeves. Oh, a Sceptile. Mega Sceptile. So put a Fairy Drop on the active. Shaymin set up for 2. I'm looking for it in. I really don't want to stick all this stuff away. And alright, so Trainers Mail. And there's an in. Alright, so play it in, give them both a new hand of 6 already. So in, let's see, what do we find with this new hand of 6? And we find Double Link DC, which is like pretty good. We'll put down Link, and we'll pass on to our opponent's turn. He can't knock us out really this turn. I don't think he can. Like, that'd be pretty crazy to do 170 turn 1. Like, even Altaria-EX can't really do that. I mean, it can, but I don't think Sceptile can. Can you imagine like an Evital deck playing like what is it, like puzzles and using like max looks over and over again to an Evital? That'd be pretty broken. But we see a Grass Energy active. We could see it Sleep Poison for 10. Whatever. If he flips heads and poison us or puts us to sleep, we can just evolve out of it. Let's see, do we wake up? And we do not wake up, unfortunately. But there's Sycamore. We'll put a DCT active. We'll play Trainer's Mail. Do we need Mega Turbo? We don't need any of these cards, so press done. We'll go for another Trainer's Mail. We'll grab a Fairy Drop, just get out of our deck and heal the 20 damage off the active. Alright. And then we're going to Sycamore, discard our hand, draw 7 cards, looking for a Mega Altaria, and we do find one, which is fantastic. So put down Mega Altaria, which gives rid of the Status Condition. We will Trainers Mail, looking for an Ultra Ball, and we do find an Ultra Ball, which is fantastic. We will Ultra Ball, discard Sycamore and a Fairy Energy to grab the Trubbish. Put down the Trubbish, put a Float Stone in it, and we will Shaymin set up for 5 new cards. I'm looking for another Altaria, and then we're going to Parallel City ourselves down to 3, while making him do less damage. Alright, so we can Ultra Ball, discard it in, and a Fairy Energy to grab another Altaria. And yeah, if we Parallel City ourselves down to 3, we can make where he does 20 less damage as well. So grab the Altaria, put that down, and we will miss Purge for 100 damage, 130. We can knock out a Mega Sceptile next turn, which is fantastic. But unless he does have anything or not, either way, we had like a fantastic turn 2. We got everything we need. We got the Trubbish, we got a Float Stone. We got 3 Altarias. 2 of them did have links. 1 of them did Mega Evolve. And I mean, next turn, all we need is that we could play it in, maybe a Sycamore. I think I'd rather play it in, just get a new hand of 6, so we can save our resources. A Grass Energy deactive, but does he have anything or not? There's Sycamore. Go ahead and discard his hand, draw 7 new cards. Okay, discards a Switch, 2 Grass, and a VS Seeker. But does he find another Pokemon or not? If he does not, he will just lose the game. And no matter what happens, this was like a great turn. And you can see how strong Mega Altaria did. Is like turn 2, we are doing 130. Next turn, we can get another Mega Altaria ready to go. And there's a victory screen. And there we go. I know this game was kind of short, but just showing the power of Mega Altaria and how you can get that turn 2 attack off was amazing. We'll see one more game with the deck here in a second. Hopefully it's another victory. And hopefully my opponent draws into another Pokemon. But it was so cool to see like the turn 2 ready to go, doing 130. And you can see why the deck is so strong. So we'll see what happens in the next game. Alright, so putting against Mayokine playing a Psychic and a Colors deck, which makes me think of Mega Mewtwo, which I think Mega Mewtwo is going to be a hard matchup. Unless they just like draw bad, because we already attached 3 energies on us, which makes it do like a base 90. And then they play like DCs and Mega Turbos and all that good stuff to help power up them fairly quickly. So let's see what's going to happen. And we start with a Shaymin. Alright, but I mean, if we top deck an Ultra Ball, we can discard 2 Fairy Energies, grab a Hoopa, Scouring, be good to go. So press done. And let's see, can we top deck an Ultra Ball or a Trainer's Mail to get an Ultra Ball? Either one would be fantastic. And if we don't, well, we'll just have to pass. Alright, so there's a Mewtwo. Oh, yep, it is. Yep, it's Mega Mewtwo. Yep. Alright. I mean, maybe my opponent probably has like all 4 of his DCs or something. So, oh, thank the Lord. Alright, so we get in. Both of us will get a new hand of 6. Alrighty. And let's see, what do we find? Okay, that's not good. Trubbish coming down. Float Stone going down to Trubbish. Spearlink on the active. And a pass onto our turn. Alright, so we get an Altaria. We'll put that down immediately. Trainers Mail. Grabbing a Spearlink. Yeah, we don't have one of those yet. So we'll grab a Spearlink. Put that on the bench. We will Trainers Mail again. We're not going to grab the Fairy Drop. We'll press done. Float Stone the active. It's Sycamore. Discard our hand. Draw 7 new cards. Alright, there's a Fairy Drop, a DC, and another Altaria. So put down Altaria. We can go for Painful Gain to at least do 30 damage, which I think is fine. Yeah, we're going to retreat. We'll Parallel City our opponent for their Parallel, and we're going to put them down to 3. That way they can't play like a Hoopa and Scoundering and all that good stuff. So we'll put them down to 3, and we will Powerful Gain just for 30. We didn't heal ourselves, but still doing that 30 damage makes it where it doesn't really matter. Like 130 next turn doesn't do anything, but at least it puts some pressure, right? I think that's all that matters. But my opponent didn't put a DC down, no energy as well, but they could, like, let's see, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. If they Ultra Ball, if they get 2 Psychic Energies in discard pile, DC and double Mega Turbo with the Mega Mewtwo, they could knock us out this turn, which would be very unfortunate. But we'll see what happens. Now, we do have a decision to make. Alright, there's Mega Mewtwo coming down. And the decision is, do I just DC the bench and then Sycamore? There's a VA Seeker for N, so my decision is going to change either way. Alright, so N will get a new hand of 6. Alright, let's see. Does he get the like double Mega Turbo crazy playoff? Alright, we get Trubbish as a Spearlink. Okay. There's a Trainer's Mail. Look at top cards of his deck. Not going to grab anything, which is fantastic. And does he find a DC or not? If he does not find a DC, we will start being the driver's seat. And just to pass onto our turn, and we top deck a Fairy Drop, put that down, put down a Trubbish, and we are going to end. Oh, nope, Link first, and then in, giving us a both new hand of 6. We're looking for a Mega Altaria, and we do find one. Alright, so this is fantastic. We'll put down a Mega Altaria, and we will go for the Miss Purge. Alright, doing 130 to the active. And what can my opponent do? They can still do the crazy, like 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. They need a double Mega Turbo and a DC to knock us out this turn. Oh man, looks like Mega Altaria does have the advantage right now, which is fantastic. I was a little bit nervous, but my opponent is having bad luck right now, which does happen with either deck. There's a another Mewtwo coming down. Okay. And let's see what they decide to do. There's a Mewtwo Split going to the bench. Now, if I'm an opponent, I might start pounding up this guy and just give up hope on this first one. Just let the first one get knocked out. Alright, so no, he is going to put a DC in the active. Alright, so he's going to Psychic Infinity, not for a knockout, but 100 skills damage. On to our turn, we get a Sycamore. So put a DC on this guy. And I think I'm going to Olympia. Yeah, I'm going to Olympia to heal the 30, switch to a Shaymin. Retreat back. And take a knockout. We're going to Float Stone Trubbish as well. And then we'll take a knockout, okay, with the Mispurge. And we'll heal additional 30 from this Mega Altaria. Alright, so there we go. We healed another 30, bring it out to 100. And we'll draw 2 new prize cards. And the reason why I did this is we can heal ourselves again for another 30. And then plus like another Fairy Drop or something. And potentially heal all that damage off. Our opponent cannot find anything. They did not play a supporter card last turn, which is fantastic. And even if they take a knockout this turn, we can get a Hoopa Scoundering for like an Altaria, Mega Altaria, which is great. Alright, so we're down to 4 prize cards versus 6. And can they find anything or not? They have not played a supporter card outside of the inn. They're down to DCE. And, oh man, it's not looking good for my opponents. But let's see what is going to happen. They could just, okay, Psychic Energy to the bench, which is fantastic. Alright. And let's see, will they let the Trubbish get knocked out? They could, which is fine. We don't have any abilities besides the Hoopa and Shaymin and stuff like that. But once they're used, we're not going to use them again. Okay. Let's see. What else does our opponent have here? So Lysandre, going to bring up the regular Altaria, which is fine with me. We can just retreat out of it. We'll see Shadow Star for 30. But we can heal the 30 off that guy. There's a Garbodor. Okay. So I think my plan is to Ultra Ball, discard 1 and 2. For a Hoopa. Yeah, we'll grab the Hoopa. We will scoundering search for 3 EX Pokemon. And with this, we're gonna grab a Mega Altaria, an Altaria, and a just those two. We can't put down any Pokemon, so we'll grab these two, put it in our hand. We will put down the Altaria, link the bench, put a Mega Altaria in the active, put down a Garbodor, and via Seeker for Sycamore, discard our hand, draw 70 cards. If we can find a Fairy Drop, we can take a knockout this turn. Not a knockout, but doing significant damage. Go play Sycamore, discard our hand, draw 70 cards. And we do find a Fairy Drop, so we can Fairy Drop this guy. We can Fairy Drop the bench Mega Altaria as well. And we can go for that Miss Purge, doing 130, and things are looking great. We have 2 Altarias ready to go. This one basically has healed everything off that my opponent has done, and things are not looking good. Will Mega Altaria take a win against Mega Mewtwo? Can my opponent find another supporter card outside of the Lysandre? An N right now would be fairly good, because they can put us down to 4. But, I mean, what they could do is maybe Lysandre the Hoopa, but we do have another DC in our hand, and, I mean, I think we're looking good. We got some more Fairy Drops later on as well if needed. We got the Olympia, and a victory screen will come down, and Mega Altaria will take a game against Mega Mewtwo. We did it. We did have some luck. My opponent really didn't play too much, but healing all that damage off that Mega Altaria was a lot of fun. And you can see why it's so cool. Like the Fairy Drops, the Olympia, and just a Miss Purge attack just healing over and over again is really strong. But guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Alrighty. Bye. Alright guys, I just want to give a quick shout out to our 3 sponsors, 60 Cards, Yeti Gaming, and the Pokemon Company International. Links to everything will be down below in the description. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Alrighty.